There's no standardization yet. We're way before that. It's in TensorFlow, but once again, they have, that team has done, and I haven't used it, but presumably a really good job. But it's their thing,
right,
that their community is for. So it'll be interesting to see how this rolls out in the years to come.
It's kind of like a code of conduct, similar concept, right? Like you need one, you should have one. If you don't enforce it, it's useless, right? If you don't have the tooling to help you enforce it, then it's difficult to enforce. They're hard to write, so you usually start with somebody else's. But if you don't internalize that somehow, then you just cargo culted somebody else's values, and they're not yours. And so there's lots of things there. I'm curious how the state of explainability has moved since you guys started the podcast, because that's one big aspect of this, right? Like the scary, hard thing about machine learning and whatnot is the fact that you're basically putting data into a black box, training a model, and then out comes your response. Whereas there's not necessarily a policy that created that response. It was a bag of bias or not bias or whatever you put in. With algorithms, we can write an algorithm and you can go back and say, who wrote this? And you're like, I wrote that. Why'd you write that? Well, because my boss told me. Why'd he do that? Oh, here's the policy. This is a bad policy, right? And it had these bad effects. With these things, it's non-deterministic. You're like, I don't know how we got this result. It just happened.